Welcome to Toxic Free Tuesday, live at 5 from my kitchen, and I am cooking something today. And I'll wait a little bit until we get some more people on the waves here. Hopefully everybody is outside enjoying this wonderful sunshine. It's record temperature here in Buffalo today. I just heard it's 91, possibly 92 degrees. I don't even know if we had a 90-degree temperature last summer, let alone in May. So it's a warm one. It's toasty. But I'm inside cooking, and I have to get rid of something on here. Sorry about this. Okay. Hopefully that didn't show up. So for anybody new or anybody old, this is what I call Toxic Free Tuesday. And Toxic Free Tuesday is live at 5 every Tuesday. It's I'm talking something about, last week I did do-it-yourself cleaning products that we made. We will talk about anything that has to do with healthy living. And today, because today I launched a detox diet that I have started today. I actually decided this yesterday walking in the park that, all right, after Memorial Day, 2.5 months of being cooped up in the house, I need to do a diet. Get back on track. Been eating way too much sugar, too many desserts, too much wine, a lot of too much wine. And so then today I decided I would start this detox diet, which if anybody wants to follow along, or just jump in anytime, or just get some fun things, tips on how to detox your body in certain ways, whether it's oil pulling or scraping your tongue every morning. So just some things that I know about that I'm sharing with everybody. So, but you'll have to get all that over on my Healthy Living and Toxic Free group page. And it's in parentheses, HLTF, if you're interested in that, because we have a lot of fun information over there that I will be sharing with people. So again, it's Healthy Living and Toxic Free if you want to detox for a day or detox with me for 2 weeks. I know it's going to be hard because I know I love my wine, but I'm going to do it because it's been 2.5 months of in this house and drinking and eating, and I know so many other people have felt that way. So I just felt like this was a good time to kind of rejuvenate my body and get healthier and detox some things out of my system for a couple weeks. So in regards to that, I see everybody saying hi here. Elaine Albertson from North Carolina. I wonder if it's warmer in North Carolina than it is in Buffalo today at 91 or 92 degrees. It feels like it's North Carolina actually. So what we are doing today, I have a recipe. I love to cook, even though my husband is a much better cook than I am. I love to cook. I don't get to cook enough, but I really do. I love cooking my vegetables. I cook a lot of different vegetable dishes. And one that I absolutely love, that I love giving people the recipe is, it's very basic. It's roasted vegetables. It is as simple as can be. And anybody ever comes over here and tries them, they're like, wow, that was so easy. And it is. It is so simple. So I'm going to walk us through my recipe for roasted vegetables. I'm sure there's many others out there. It's pretty basic. There's not much that you really have to do. Basically, you pick your favorite vegetables. It really doesn't even matter. I usually go with right today I have broccoli, cauliflower, carrots, of course. I always put in a lot of garlic because I love garlic. Corn, we usually chop that up and put it in the tray. The tray that we use, just so you know, is a Pyrex tray. Pretty simple, right? Today I did cabbage because I haven't had a lot of cabbage on hand. Split peas you can do, peppers, onions, potatoes, one of my favorite things is to do yams, which I already put in the dish. And I wash them a couple hours earlier, and then I let them dry out because it's important that you get them as dry as possible, because eventually once it's dry, you want I'll use olive oil. I don't use any butter. I use olive oil, organic olive oil. And then I coat it in the olive oil. I always make sure that it's not piled up on top of each other. Maybe 1.5 layers, because I like some of the bottom parts to get a little crispy, especially Brussels sprouts, which I use tonight too. So you mix once they're dried and cleaned and then dried in the pan. I usually make at least 2 trays full because they go so fast, but you mix olive oil in. You want to get it on both sides, on the bottom and on top of all the ingredients, all the wonderful vegetables. And then salt and pepper. Put the salt and pepper on top. Mix it around again. More salt and pepper. Not a ton of salt, but more salt and pepper. Mix it around again. Make sure it's on all sides, all the way around. And that is it. And you put it in the oven on 375 for a half hour max. You check it, see what the consistency is, put your fork in it, and it is fabulous. So I'll show you the finished product here. When it comes out of the oven, of course it's hot and it's great, but you can eat that for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 days. It lasts forever. So we're cooking a chicken tonight, so it's gonna be a side dish for the chicken. Tomorrow I'll use it. I use it sometimes cold. I prefer it hot, but sometimes cold. And I dip it in hummus. Or what I will do is I'll slice up the vegetables, cold or room temp, put them out, put them on top of a salad. We might have them again another night with another vegetable, put it on top of quinoa, and try to mix it all up. But the vegetables last a long time, so I love making these, especially when I'm in this detox mode that I'm in. Then when we get near the end, if I have way too many vegetables, which sometimes happens, I will put them in the blender, and now I have like a hummus, basically, and it's delicious. I usually put it on a roll-up, or we will dip raw vegetables in it. So the final product, which I wish you could smell it because it's absolutely delicious, is that. And tonight, in addition to the potatoes, which I already added, was a yam, which is so wonderful. And tonight we also have these little mini potatoes, which are fabulous. If you don't, it doesn't matter, whatever type potato you want, or whatever type of vegetable you want. We additionally did zucchini. The only ones that don't do so well in this is probably, if I can remember it correctly, is asparagus, because it just cooks too quickly. You really have to take that out before the half hour, 40 minutes of the vegetables being in the oven. And that is it. And I can take it out now because it's been in the warming drawer. And one more look at my masterpiece. Does anybody want to come over for dinner? And that's all. So that is the roasted vegetables that I do. And if anybody else has any other thoughts or comments, maybe somebody else has some other ingredients they put in it. I know my husband loves putting lime or lemon in it. He slices up lemon and puts it in there, which is great. Shallots, I'm sure there's so many other vegetables people could think of, but it is such an easy recipe. Once in a while when it's cooking, you want to check it, maybe 20 minutes through, and sometimes we stir it up just to make sure that enough olive oil got on all of the vegetables. So, and that's it. Simple 1, 2, 3, make your roasted vegetables at home. So I hope people are able to make their roasted vegetables, and if you want my recipe, I will post it on here later in the evening. But the other thing that I mentioned at the beginning, if nobody was on, I'm doing the roasted vegetables tonight because I started a 2-week detox. My 2-week detox is primarily eliminating wine, sugar, and certain carbs like pasta and bread and crackers, because for the last 2 weeks with the pandemic, the last 2.5 months, not 2 weeks, 2.5 months, we just, as many other people have been doing, we've been cooking and eating and cooking and eating, which has been a lot of food and a lot of wine. And I just felt the need I need to get back to eating more vegetables and eliminating some of those high calorie things that I've been eating. So if anybody wants to follow my detox diet and pick up some tips, or even join me for the 2 weeks, which we just started today, and it's pretty easy. It's not like you have to cook this food, but I'm giving people ideas of what you can do to pull some toxins out of you, and also put in great ingredients, but not necessarily where you have to make the whole family change your recipe. So I am doing that from my Healthy Living and Toxic Free group page. It's HLTF, Healthy Living and Toxic Free. And it's a lot of fun. I give a lot of tips. And tomorrow morning, actually, I'm doing a 6 a.m. I was surprised I had a few people listening to me at 6 a.m., but I did my start of my detox with my lemon water and my detox tea. And I talked about scraping your tongue and oil pulling and all these things that I'm doing ritually during this whole 2-week process. But tomorrow morning, more importantly, I'm going to be making a smoothie that we make constantly in our bullet or NutriBullet. So if you're up at 6 a.m., turn on Facebook, because I will be there. Otherwise, I'll be posting it on the Healthy Living and Toxic Free page, group page. And it's a private page because it's for anybody that really wants to live a healthy life and a toxic-free, as much as possible, life. And that's where we all hang out over there. So everybody have a great night. I hope everybody is staying safe and healthy. It's absolutely delightful outside. It is so hot. It's wonderful to feel this heat, even though it's for a couple days. And it's nice to have summer, even though it's still spring, but it's nice to feel summer. So I hope everybody's well, and take care. I'll be back Tuesday. Remember, every Tuesday at 5 o'clock, Toxic Free Tuesdays live at 5. Thanks for coming. Bye.